Have you ever wondered why some men walk into a room and instantly draw every woman's eyes, while others fade into the background, no matter how handsome or successful they are? It's not luck. It's not even looks. It's something far more powerful, masculine energy. Women are biologically wired to respond to displays of masculine energy, in the same way you are wired to respond when she tosses her hair, bites her lip, or walks with that subtle hip movement that drives you absolutely crazy. Picture this. You're sitting across from a woman you really like. Out of nowhere, her pupils dilate. She leans in closer. There's electricity in the air. And here's the crazy part. You didn't even say a word. You just moved your body in a way that triggered something ancient, primal, and irresistible inside of her. I'm about to reveal the 12 body language moves that women secretly love. Moves so simply are probably already doing some Optum without even knowing their power. But when you do them intentionally, their salts are shocking. Women stop seeing you as just another guy and start feeling drawn to you on an level. Move 1. Run your hands through your hair or scalp. This one is almost too easy, but the effect is magnetic. Running your fingers through your hair, or if you're bald, through your scalp does to things instantly. 1. It directs her eyes to your face, drawing attention to your structure and feet. 2. It broadcasts confidence and comfort in your own skin. It's like subconscious grooming signal. The same way animals praying to show vitality. Women read it as, this man takes care of himself. This man is confident. Move 2. Stroke your jawline or beard. Few things scream masculinity, like emphasizing your jawline, stroking your jaw, or running your fingers lightly through your beard is more than a nervous tick. It's a signal. Women don't fave beards. By drawing subtle attention to yours, you're reminding her of the masculine-feminine polarity. You're showcasing dominance, ruggedness, and without saying a single word. Think about it. The jawline is one of the most sexually dimorphic features, one of the clearest biological fronts between men and women. Highlighting it, you unconsciously amplify the magnetic pull of polarity. Move 3. The amused eyebrow raise. Here's where things get really fun. Next time you're talking to her, tilt your head slightly, raise one eyebrow, and give her a half smile of amused disbelief, as if you know something decent. This tiny micro-expression creates intrigue. It shows you're playful, confident, and not intimidated. You're communicating, I see you. I'm interested, but I'm also evaluating you. Women find this unbelievably attractive. It flips the script. Instead of chasing her validation, you make her crave yours. And trust me, these first 3 moves are just scratching the surface, because the next one is a bold, powerful display of confidence that can completely flip the dynamic in your favor. And 90% of men are too scared. Tovin, try it. Move 4. Hands behind the head. Thepo or recline. Now this one is bold. It requires confidence, but when done right, it's incredibly powerful. Lean back, Placio. Hands casually behind your head, and look at her with that same amused ichno something you don't expression. At first glance it looks like you're judging, but here's the secret. This pose opens up your entire body. Psychologists call this an expansive posture. It signals dominance, control, and relaxation. You're literally taking up more space, which communicates higher status without you saying a word. When she asks what you're thinking about, just shake your head with a playful smirk as if you're keeping that little dose of mystery will drive her curiosity through the roof. Move 5. The unrestrained gaze. Eye contact is one of the most intimate forms of communication. And here's the truth. Most men look away too soon. Confident men don't look at her without restraint, not in a creepy staring way, but with genuine appreciation and just the slightest hint of playful desire. Look at her like you're imagining something fun and mischievous you two could be doing together. Here's the psychology. When someone holds eye contact longer than usual, it bypasses logical thinking and taps straight into the emotional brain to feel the attraction rather than think about it. And if you nod slowly, almost approvingly, as your eyes travel from her face down to her body and back up, that's a bold move. But if the attraction is mutual, it makes her feel deeply desired in the flattering way possible. Move 6. The strength display, lifting something. Now, this one taps directly into melon strength. Men who show strength and capability automatically trigger attraction in women because it signals protection, survival, and leadership. So, next time, whether it's carrying groceries, moving furniture, or even opening a jar without effort, do it confidently in her presence. No bragging, no showing off, just natural, casual strength. If she's already into you, you can take this even further by lifting her, spinning her around playfully, scooping her into your arms, or even just lifting her slightly off her feet sends a surge of excitement straight through her. Why? Because for a brief moment, she feels physically small and feminine in your arms, and that polarity is electric. But strength alone ain't enough, because the next move isn't about showing muscles, they're about showing leadership. And when you combine physical confidence with emotional leadership, that's when attraction skyrockets. Move 7. The gentle hand. Lead. One of the most underrated yet powerful moves is leading her by the hand. Take her hand, give it a gentle but confident, and guide her somewhere. Across the street, into another room, or just through a doorway. Why does this matter? Because it communicates direction and leadership. You're not asking, you're not hesitating, you're assuming I'll follow. And here's the psychology. Research shows men naturally have about 30% more grip strength than women. When thought strength is expressed gently, it creates the perfect balance of dominance and safety. You're saying without words, I'm in control, but you're safe with me. And that exact polarity, dominance, mixed with care, is what makes women melt. Move 8. Holding her face before Akasis. This one is intimate, powerful, and unforgettable. When things are rigid and close, don't rush. Instead, place your hand firmly but gently on Akasis. Look into her eyes and hold Thatman just a little longer than feels. That pause, that tension, it communicates total control. You're not rushing. You're savoring. And women notice this. The ability to slow down, to command the pace of intimacy signals deep self-control and dominance. It's as if saying, I decide when this moment happens, and I'm enjoying every second of it. This creates a memory so powerful, she replay it in her head long after you've gone. Move 9. Boxing her against the wall. Now, this one is intense, but when the is right, it's magnetic. Step close. Place one arm against Thruel by her head, or both if you're about to kiss her. Done wrong, it's aggressive. Done right, it makes her feel feminine, protected, and deliciously vulnerable. Why does it work? Because it creates what psychologists call controlled availability. She feels your strength, your presence, and your dominance. But also knows you're doing it because you already wants it. It's a primal display of masculinity that flips her subconscious switch. This man could overwhelm me, but he chooses to protect him instead. That mix of danger and safety is intoxicating. And if you think that's powerful, wait until you see the final moves, because Athea don't just spark attraction. They make her feel completely consumed by her presence. The kind of moves she'll tell her friends about. The kind that stay burned in her memory forever. Move 10. Sweeping her off her feet. There's a reason fairy tales end with prince carrying the princess. It's not just romance, it's biology. When you literally lift a woman off her feet, you're displaying the ultimate form of physical dominance and leadership. For that moment, she's completely in your control. She feels small, protected, and cherished all at once. This isn't just about strength. It's about the unspoken edge. I've got you. You're safe in my arms. And here's the secret. When a woman feels physically light in your presence, she feels emotionally heavier in connection. She trusts you more, desires you more, and remembers Thatman forever. Move 11. The driving dominance. Most men think attraction only happens face to face. They forget that a huge amount of attraction is built in shared experiences like driving. Next time you're parking, don't use the rearview camera. Do it the old school way. One hand on the steering wheel, the other resting behind your seat, turning your body with complete confidence as your verse. Women love this because it demonstrates spatial awareness, competence, and control. And while driving normally, keep one hand loosely controlling the wheel, while your other hand rests protectively behind her neck or shoulder. It's not about the car, it's about the energy. You're calm, you're confident, you're in charge. Move 12. The protective embrace. This one is subtle but primal. Pull her close from behind. Wrap your arms around her waist, but hold her firmly but gently. Why does this work? Because it taps into the deepest instinct of all. Protection. She feels safe, claimed, and valued all the time. The world disappears, and it's just two of you in that cocoon of masculine energy. This is why women never forget the man who hugs them from behind. It's not just affection, it's security, power, and intimacy. Raladento 1. Hearts bonus. Move 1. The Zealand pause with eye contact. Most men kill attraction by talking too much, filling every silence with nerve. But here's what women won't tell you. Silence, when used correctly, is magnetic. Here's how to do it. When she finishes speaking, don't jump in right away. Instead, lock eyes with her. Hold the silence for just a second longer than feels normal, and let a faint smirk creep across your face. Why does this work? Because the human brain has tesselance. That pause forces her to focus in you, to wonder what you're thinking. It creates tension, intrigue, and mystery, all at once. It's like you're saying without words, I don't need to you, I'm evaluating you. From a dark psychology perspective, this is powerful because it flips the value. Instead of you seeking her approval, she starts working to earn yours. That role reversal is intoxicating. It keeps her mind locked on you, replaying the moment long after it's passed. Pro tip, combine this with a slow eyebrow raise or a half smile, and you'll send her subconscious into overdrive. Bonus move 2, the protective touch at the small of her back. This one seems simple, but it's loaded with primal psychology. When you're walking through a doorway, crossing a street, or moving through a crowd, place your hand gently, the small of her back as you guide her forward. Think about what this communicates. You're leading the way, showing direction and confidence. You're protecting her space, making her feel safe. You're giving a subtle possessive signal. She's with me. And here's the hidden layer. The small of the back is only of the most sensitive spots on Thebody. Touching it lightly is intimate, but not aggressive. It bypasses logical thinking and lands directly in her emotional brain. Women love this because it's not just physical, it's symbolic. You're showing awareness, strength, and authority while also making her feel cared for. That exact mix of dominance and protection is what creates obsession done right. This move doesn't just make her feel feminine, it makes her feel chosen. And that feeling, that's unforgettable. The one deadly mistake that destroys attraction. Now listen carefully. You can master all 12 moves, but if you make this one mistake, it will kill attraction instantly. It's so common, especially among men who work at computers or spend hours gaming. I'm talking about poor posture, screams weakness, laziness, and low confidence. Psychologists even call it tech neck. And here's the brutal truth. Women notice it immediately. But here's the flip side. Posture can transform everything. When you stand tall, chest, shoulders back, you don't just look better, you feel better. Your physiology literally changes your psychology. You become more confident, more energetic, and more magnetic. Women pick up on this instantly. They don't just see a man standing tall. They feel his presence. Attraction isn't logical. It's primal. It's instinctual. These moves work because they highlight your masculine energy, which allows her feminine energy to flourish. It's not about manipulation. It's about unlocking what's already inside of you. Strength, confidence, leadership, and protection. And when you express these traits authentically, women respond without even knowing why. So, start small. Run your hands through your hair. Improv your posture. Hold eye contact a little. Then, as your confidence grows, layer in the more advanced moves and watch how women begin to see you differently. Watch how they lean in closer, eyes locked on you, craving more of your presence. Because when you master body language, you're not just changing how you look, you're changing how women feel when they're around you.